Okay, so we do need a throw pillow for our workout today. A bed pillow will do the trick, but a throw pillow is just nicer because it's a little bit smaller, a little bit more manageable. All right, to start, we're going to start in a standing position. We're going to actually work in our fingers and our hands to start. So just to start, 20 seconds of just individual fingers to thumbs. So we're just going to touch our fingertips one at a time and just get a little rhythm, a little speed. And I'll move a little closer to the camera just so you can see that I'm floating through my fingers, one touch, moving down the line. All right, we got 3 more seconds of this. And then move it into some wrist circles, go in one direction. And then twirl your wrist the other way. All right, now we're going to interlace the fingers, palms together, forearms together, and we're just going to keep the elbows and forearms together. Roll your wrist in one direction. And then roll your wrist the other way. All right, that's time. Keep your hands interlaced if you can. Flip the palms. And now we're going to bring the palms up and overhead. Take a little side bend one way, a little side bend the other way. And then as you come back to center, you're going to take a little bit of a rounding of the back. So you're going to push your palms out straight from the chest, round your back, and then take it back up and overhead. Release that rounding of the back, side bend one way, side bend the other way. And then as you come back to center, round your back, push your palms forward, get a stretch in your fingers, your palms, and the upper back. Bring it back up, side bend one way, side bend the other way, come back to center, push forward and round. And then just take that away at your pace. And then find the parts that feel the best that you want a little extra in. So if you want to stay a focus on the side bend, stay there for an extra second or two. Or if you like that focus on the rounding forward, stay there for an extra second or two. Ten seconds left. And time, nicely done. Unlace your fingers, give your wrist a good shake, and then grab your throw pillow. And think of this as just our last minute of warm-up work. So we're going to find a nice wide stance of our legs, and we're just going to kind of get a sense of the shape of our pillow that we're working with. And we're going to start to pass in a little figure 8 pattern underneath one leg and then underneath the other. A light bend to the knees, so it doesn't have to be an extreme lunge, but we want to just feel in how are your knees feeling? How are your hips feeling? And where's your energy level at this morning? And then you'll notice right away that we warmed up the wrists and the fingers, but with this throw pillow, you are going to work a little bit of a grip in your hand. So if at any point your hands and your fingers need a little break, you can always set it down. But just take a moment here to notice. Notice your hand grip on the pillow. We got 20 seconds left. You can start to pick up the pace if you like. Nice, you guys. 5 seconds left. And time. Awesome job. Okay, now we're going to take our pillow. You're going to place it between your thighs. So we're just going to find a light squeeze of that pillow. We're going to take it into a squat. So once you've got that light little squeeze in the pillow, you're going to set your butt down and back and then rise up. As you maintain that nice light hold on the pillow. So we're not trying to crush the pillow, but keep a firm enough hold that the pillow doesn't fall out. And you feel a little bit of an engagement in the inner thighs and the muscles that run up alongside the inside of your knee. And then once you feel like you've got a good sense of that holding on sensation, holding onto that pillow between your legs, pick up the pace just a little bit, get some extra reps in, sit your butt down and come up with a little bit of speed. And then just make sure that your speed doesn't lose the integrity of your work. So we're still holding that pillow between the thighs, maintaining that structure there, and then check in with your feet. So we want to make sure that we're keeping our soles of our feet lifted up. If you have fallen arches or flat feet like I do, you might need to always make sure that you just tune in and pay attention there. So you're getting that nice lifted up sensation from the soles of the feet. Awesome, we got 10 seconds left. And time, nicely done. Grab that pillow, give your legs a good shake. And now we're gonna set the pillow down on the floor. One foot is gonna step on the pillow. It's 30 seconds on one foot, 30 seconds on the other. Don't think about maintaining a lifted off of the pillow sensation. Stand evenly with your weight on both feet, but it is gonna create a little instability, and we're right back to squatting. Sit your butt down and back with a slightly wider position of the legs here. But see if you can find that engagement again of that inner thigh muscle, the one that runs right along the inside of the knee. So we want to keep that muscle nice and active as we sit our butt down and back, and then rise back up. 10 more seconds with this foot on this pillow. Nice work, you guys. All right, and switch. Step the other foot on. Make sure it's nice and evenly on there. So nice firm press on both feet. And away we go, sitting right down and rising up. And then you're gonna take that at your pace. You're gonna go as fast or as slow as you like, but make sure you maintain that nice connection of the inner thighs. 15 seconds left. Beautiful work, you guys, nice. And time, awesome job. Step your foot off, grab that pillow, and now we're gonna take it into a little pass behind the back. So you're gonna reach the pillow up and overhead, other hand's gonna come behind and grab and switch. So we're passing up and overhead, working a little bit of our grab. And then once you've got that maneuver down, you know what you're doing there? You're gonna start to step your feet nice and wide. Keep that pass going. As you pass, one time through, you're gonna sink into a little squat. And then as you pass one time through again, you're gonna sink a little deeper. And you're gonna keep holding that nice deep position of your squat as you pass that pillow behind your back, working a little shoulder mobility and lots of strength in your legs. Nice, you guys, beautiful. If that pillow pass is just too much, you can just leave the pillow off, a little touch, and then sink a little deeper into your squat. But if the pillow pass is working for you, we got 20 seconds left. You got it. And time, nicely done. Come on up, give your legs a good shake out. And now we're gonna do some pillow slams. So we're gonna take our pillow up and overhead, throw it down on the ground as hard as you can with a little bit of hoop, throw it down. And then whatever position you're in, wherever the pillow lands, you're gonna bend down and pick it up. You're gonna keep a little bit of liveliness in your legs so that we're not compromising our legs and our knees to pick the pillow up. So if it lands in front of you and you're able to maintain a nice wide squat position, do that. And if it feels better to take it into a more deadlift position, get a little hinge from your hips. So whatever method of picking it up works for you. The big thing is the slam. So with a little bit of oomph, throw that pillow down on the ground. Nicely done. You're already halfway there. Nice, you guys. And time. Awesome job. Set your pillow down for a second. Grab your hand weights. And now we're gonna take it into some swimmers. So we're gonna sit into a little squat. Doesn't have to be extreme, but we wanna keep the legs engaged. Hands are gonna load up at the shoulders. One arm reaches up as the other arm reaches back. We meet in the middle and then stretch it out the other way. We got 1 minute on the clock. You're taking this at your pace. So a light squatting position, a long spine. So think about tailbone to crown of head. We stay engaged in the abdominal muscles. So our belly is slightly firm to keep our low back protected. And then we're working most of the movement out of the shoulders and the elbow joint. Nice, you guys, beautiful form. You got 15 seconds left. And time. Awesome job. Rise up, shake your legs out. Move your weights just down off to one side of your mat, somewhere you'll be able to reach them when we come down onto our back side. And now we're going to take it into some plank position, knee down plank or a tall plank, totally up to you, but we're going to use our pillow. So find your plank position, and then we're going to start to pass the pillow. One side of your mat, pass the pillow to the other side of your mat. We got 1 minute on the clock. If a plank position is not going to work for you this morning, keep your body in a tabletop, still maintaining that nice integrity in the shoulders. So broad shoulders, nice long spine, firm belly. Most of the work will be coming out of your shoulders here. If a plank is working for you this morning, keep yourself nice and lifted, broaden the shoulders, and just pass that pillow from one side to the other. You're already halfway there. Nice work. Nice, Karen. Nice, Liz. Man, nice planks, you guys. Beautiful. Ten seconds left. You got this. And time. Awesome job. Drop your knees down. We're going to spin it around, sit onto our butt and into a V-sit position. So we're going to lean back a little bit, get the core slightly firm. So just to the point where you feel your abdominal muscles kick on. And then we're going to pass in a figure eight. So one leg is going to lift and then the other. If the pillow is too big or cumbersome here, then switch out and get one hand weight and pass that around. So with the pillow, you're working a little bit more of your grip strength, having to claw grip onto the pillow. But if you want just the abdominal work, use a hand weight instead, and then pass it at your speed, whatever is working best for you here. You're already halfway there. And then if it's really working for you, but you want that little extra bit, you're going to keep your legs lifted the whole time and then pass with the legs lifted. So you're going to choose a variation that's working for you this morning. You've got 15 seconds left, whichever one you're choosing. Nice, you guys. Beautiful. And time. Awesome work. Set your pillow off to the side. We're coming down onto our back into a supine position. But if you want to see before you lay down, what we're going to do next is heel slides. So basically you're pulling one heel in, pushing it forward, pulling the other heel in and pushing it forward. But we're going to be down on our back to do it. So come down onto your back, take a second just to make sure everything feels good. Tailbone feels like it's in a good position. You're going to firm up your abdominal muscles. So think about just a little tiny tuck of the tailbone, and then away we go. We're going to drag one heel in, push the heel away, drag the other heel in, and push it away. And then if you want to focus on your arms, arms are going to stay down alongside the body, palms facing down, pressing into the backs of the arms and the shoulder heads. So the top half of the body is staying nice and stabilized, a nice firm position, Drag your heel to the best of your ability, especially if you're working on a sticky mat. It might get a little catchy sometimes. So just do the best you can. You're already halfway there. And if you're working on a rug, I should say in the alternate, just make sure you're not pushing so hard into your heel that you're giving yourself a rug burn. So just be mindful, allow for a little bit of variances for whatever texture you're working on. You got 10 seconds left. And time, nicely done. Pull both knees into your chest. Give yourself a light little squeeze. We're gonna take it into some bicycle dead bugs. So arms are gonna straight out from the chest. We're gonna keep them there. Legs are gonna come into that tabletop position. We're gonna keep the arms as stable as we can, and just the legs are gonna move. So we're gonna stretch one leg out and then the other. If this feels like it's just too much for you this morning, stay in a dead bug and just focus on engaging your abdominal muscles. You get a lot of work in dead bug without even having to move. But if it feels available, one leg and then the other, find a pace that feels good, but not too fast that you lose that integrity. So we want to keep our arms stable, our belly firm. All that movement is coming out of the legs. You're already halfway there. Nice, Judy, beautiful. Nice, Mara, nice stable arms. I can see that. That's awesome. You guys look amazing. Beautiful work. Five seconds left. And time, nicely done. Set your feet down. Okay, next up is gonna be two different variations. You're gonna choose the one you like best. The first version is just a double leg raise. And if you like, you can put your pillow underneath your butt so it cushions the tailbone. If you don't need that cushion for the tailbone, then you're gonna use the pillow as a prop. So pillow's gonna come between your legs, arms and legs are gonna reach out, bring it back together, grab the pillow with your hands, arms and legs are gonna reach out, and then you're gonna switch and pass. If that is not good for your sacrum, for your tailbone, you're gonna just put that pillow right underneath your butt to give you a little cushion, and then it's just gonna be the legs, lowering and lifting at your pace. We're working those abdominal muscles. We're already halfway there, whichever variation you like. Nice, you guys, beautiful. And time, awesome job. Set your pillow off to the side or remove it from your butt if it's underneath. And then we're gonna walk those feet in, knees are gonna be bent. Grab your hand weights and we're gonna take it right into a chest press. So weights are gonna load straight up at the shoulders, pressing up towards the ceiling, lowering with control. We got 1 minute on the clock. That's all you have to do. It's nothing fancy. Just press it up towards the ceiling, lower it with control. So with as much force as you lift up, you're going to maintain that nice structure as you lower down. If you've got heavy weights, take it slow and mindful. Make sure that that's a movement that's working for you and it's not taking your chest and your butt to help lift that weight up. If all is feeling good, you've got a good form, pick up the pace and get some extra reps in. And then to think about here, if this feels like it's just not enough work, consider moving up to a heavier weight. But if this feels like it's just right for you, just keep going, firing away. You've got 6 seconds left. You got this. And time, nicely done. Lower your arms down. We're gonna take one weight with us and roll over onto one side. So we're going to keep a little bit of a bent knee position. Think about this as a side plank, but with the knees bent. So elbow and forearm down or a tall arm, that's going to be totally up to you. You're going to rearrange your legs so it feels like a good position. And then we're just going to push into the knees, lift the hips, reach your top arm up with the weight if you can, lower it back down with control. So we want to think about this side plank position. Really the work is coming from the obliques on your side. So you're lifting the ribs up away from the ground, lowering with control. That top arm is working into the shoulder. But if that top arm is not feeling like the place you want to be right now, leave the weight off and just focus on the side plank. "15 seconds left. You got this." And time. Nicely done. Sit your butt down, and we're taking it to the other side. So you can spin around or just flip your legs around, whatever gets you there and feels like the best way to go. Set yourself up so you've got your position first. And then when you're ready, push into that knee. Lift those ribs up away from the ground, and then let your top arm move with you. And again, if that weight isn't working for you, just leave the weight off. Focus on the side plank. Nice, you guys. Beautiful. Karen, yes, girl, that looks good. Nice, Robbie. Woohoo! Already halfway there. Ten seconds left. You got this. And time. Nicely done. All right, we're spinning it back around to our back side. Both weights are going to be needed for this next round. So lower yourself down, walk your feet in, setting up for a bridge position. We're going to lift the hips up, and we're going to keep the hips lifted. Arms are going to come straight out from the chest, and we're working right into some chest flies. So we're going to keep the hips lifted the whole time if you can. If that feels like you'd rather release and lift, you can take it with the movement. Open up, lower your butt down, lift up and squeeze the arms in. But if you can keep and maintain that hip bridge, a nice little squeeze in the glutes as you pull the arms in towards each other and open them out with control. You're already halfway there. And time. Awesome job. Lower your butt down, wiggle out your shoulders if you need to. And now we're going to keep with those weights, but the arms are not going to do much. They're going to stay nice and straight out from the chest, holding that position. You're going to lift your legs up, and then we're going to start to take the legs out in a wide position, crisscross them at the center, and then switch your crisscross as they come in. Arms are staying stable, straight out from the chest. Belly is staying nice and firm. And we're just taking those legs out just as wide as you can control and pulling it back in with control. Once you've got it down, if you maintain that stability in the shoulders and your arms, you can pick up the pace a little bit, but just make sure your shape isn't wobbling all over the place. Woo, Judy, super fast. Nice, Judy. And time. Awesome job. Set your feet down, weights off to the side, or you'll use them, totally up to you, but we're going to take it into some crunches, just good old traditional crunches. So hands behind the head. We're going to contract the abdominal muscles, lift the chest and chin, and release with a little bit of control. Squeeze up and lower down. Once you've got that good sense of that contraction of the abdominal muscles, take it at your pace. Go as fast or as slow as you like. If you prefer a slow pace so that you can maintain that integrity, pay attention to the muscles that are working, go slow. But if it feels good to just fire it off and get as many crunches in as you can, you go as fast as you like. You're already halfway there. And if you like working with the breath, the exhale is going to help you on the effort. So you'll exhale to squeeze up, inhale to release. And time, nicely done. We're sticking with crunches, but now we're taking it into a full body crunch. So lift your legs back up to that tabletop position. As you pull in, knees and elbows are going to squeeze and then release. You're going to release to the length that feels the best to you. So you might choose to take your legs all the way out nice and long, or you might choose to just take them back to that tabletop position. Totally up to you. Do the version that you can control the best. And again, if you like working with the breath, exhale as you squeeze in, inhale to release. You got 5 seconds left. And time, nicely done. Woo, release your feet down, stretch your arms up and overhead, take a nice big breath. And now we're gonna take our pillow for our last minute of work, and it's gonna be a nice little stretch. So you're gonna lift your hips up, slide your pillow underneath your butt, get it under there so it's under the tailbone and under the nice strong structure of your hips. And then once you feel like you've got it under your butt, set your butt down. We're going to pull the right knee in towards the chest and slide your left leg nice and long. So it's going to give a little elevation of your hips and hopefully increase a little bit of the stretch through the front of your left hip. So right hip is getting constricted or closed in, and the left leg is lengthened nice and long, and we're just finding a little room through the front of the left hip. Take one more big breath here. Cool, and then pull that left knee in so both knees come into the chest. Give yourself a light little squeeze, and then hang on to your left knee, extend your right leg nice and long. And then just do a quick check-in, just make sure the pillow still feels good under your hips, and hopefully you're finding a little stretch or lengthening through the front of your right hip now. Take one more big breath here. Awesome, and then pull the right knee into your chest, both knees get a light little squeeze, and then set your feet down, lift your butt up, move that pillow out from underneath you, and then we're gonna come up into a seated position. So lift yourself on up, stretch your legs out in front of you with a nice bend in the knees, take a big breath, reach up and overhead, exhale and reach towards your feet. Awesome, and then come up nice and slow, and just one last stretch before we finish up. Spin your legs around, come into a sort of tabletop position, and you're gonna take that pillow and kind of put it right across your calves. So the crease of the pillow is gonna come right up into the crease of your knees. Curl your toes under So both sets of toes are curled under, and then with that pillow, just push your butt back towards the pillow, back towards your heels, getting a little stretch to the toes and the bottoms of the feet. Just make sure it feels like a comfortable position. Take one more big breath here. Awesome. And then lift your butt away from your heels, move that pillow out from underneath you. If you can, keep your toes curled under. We'll lift up into a downward facing dog just to find our way up, and then walk your feet towards your hands toward your feet into a little folded position. Bend your knees a lot, pull your abdominal muscles in, roll up to a standing position. Woo! Roll your shoulders out. You guys are amazing. Nice work. Grab your big stability ball if you are sticking around.